Day 2 of the NFL draft has came and went, and guess who's still on the board? None other than our good friend Shedeur Sanders. Let me laugh for a second. Let me laugh. Because after all the crap that man talked about Nebraska, whether that was in 2023, whether that was in 2024, saying he was going to roll us, and him saying that he was going to be a top 5 pick, that he was going to be a first overall draft pick, Shedeur, you are not a first overall draft pick. You aren't even top 100, buddy. And nobody in the league wants you. It's poetic justice. Eat this slice of humble pie, and hopefully it'll make you better. Man, he deserves it. He really deserves it. And listen, I'm starting to feel a little bit bad for Shedeur because, when you watch the film, he is a first-round talent. There's no disputing that. His accuracy was some of the best in college football, right? He had a completion percentage of over 80%. He threw for over 4,000 yards. Again, I'm not a Shedeur Sanders fan, and we'll get into that. But from a on-the-field perspective, yeah, he probably deserved to go in the first round. But the reason why he's sliding is something that we've talked about on the channel for years now. He's not a good individual. He's entitled. It's all about me, I, me above the team. Okay, and when you're an NFL quarterback, programs don't orient themselves towards that. Okay, they want a guy who's all about the team, who's going to go compete, not somebody who's going to have a spotlight out them 24/7 and complaining. Okay. So we heard all the talk when he was at Colorado that, he didn't know his teammate's name, that he was throwing his offensive lineman under the bus. We heard throughout the NFL draft combine that he bombed all his interviews, that he was incredibly entitled. We heard that Deion was just kind of a nuisance in this entire process, that a lot of teams, they don't want to deal with Deion. They don't want to deal with the entire family. And all these beat reporters, these ESPN insiders, they tried to cover him up. They said, oh, no, this is all untrue. Shedeur's a great individual. You know what? Even Matt Rhule tried to cover it up. I don't know if you guys saw this. 2 days ago, Matt Rhule said that he would take Shedeur Sanders with the 3rd overall pick if he was still coaching. Well, listen, I got all the respect in the world for Matt Rhule, but thank God he ain't in the NFL anymore because there's a reason why he ain't in the NFL. He got fired, okay? Matt Rhule, you're a great college coach. You're not a good NFL coach. Because if you were to take Shedeur Sanders' 3rd overall pick and now he's going to the 4th round, that says a lot about your draft analysis. But listen, I'm not here to dog on Matt Rhule. Maybe he was just saying that to be nice. The truth of the matter is, Shedeur Sanders, the reason why teams don't want him is because he was going to be a distraction. Okay, the reason why Jalen Milroe went ahead of him, Jackson Dart, Tyler Shugg, he's absolutely trash, Dylan Gabriel, all of those guys went above him, aren't because those guys are better players, because they're not better players than Shedeur. Let's not lie. Shedeur's a better player than all of them, but guess what? Those are better individuals. Those are guys who are going to go in there, compete, sit on the bench, and not complain about it. If Shedeur got drafted, to be a backup, he's going to sit there and complain. And the media spotlight's going to be on him 24/7. When are you going to start Shedeur? When is Shedeur going to play? And teams don't just want that. They don't want that. They don't want that spotlight. They don't want that pressure. So listen, this is poetic justice. After everything that he talked about, and he was disrespecting Nebraska every single stop, for him to get humble not only yesterday, but today on round 1 and round 2 that nobody wants you. I hope he learns from it. I hope he grows. Again, I'm starting to root for Shedeur. I said all that to say this. I don't like Shedeur because I think that he's entitled. And, I think he's all about himself. But I hope he learns from this. I really do. And I hope he, tries to orient himself towards, the team when he gets drafted. Because he'll get drafted tomorrow. He's not going to be undrafted free agent. I hope that he becomes a team player because I truly believe the talent's there. I believe he can be a successful quarterback. But with all of the entitledness, with Deion, with his brother, with all of this spotlight, teams obviously don't want to be a part of it. I hope he grows from this. Because it ain't on the field. He's a good player. He knows that. Everybody knows that. Even Nebraska fans know that Shedeur's a good player. That's not the problem. The problem is who he is as an individual. And when you're an NFL quarterback, simply put, you just can't be the way that he's acted. So it's interesting. I think he'll get drafted tomorrow. I got my eyes out for the Raiders. What's funny, though, is another quarterback had the same culture issues and still went drafted in the 1st round, and that man was Johnny Manziel. So, I don't know. I think a lot of people there has to be something more to this. Again, Shedeur, yes, the culture issues are bad, the character issues, but if Johnny Manziel had all those character issues too and still went in the 1st round, I don't know. There has to be something more to this, even bigger than the culture issues. I have no idea. But this is poetic justice. After all the crap he talked about Nebraska, man, eat this slice of humble pie, and hopefully it makes you a better person, makes you a better quarterback. So, honestly, I'm going to make a bold claim. I'm rooting for Shedeur. I hope he gets drafted early tomorrow. And I hope he, again, becomes a better player because of this, and I hope he thrives. I really do. But don't go out there and be cocky. Just don't. After all this, don't. Learn from it. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. Shedeur Sanders goes to the 4th round. We'll see where he gets selected tomorrow. No Huskers were drafted today. I thought Ty Robinson would go. He slid, so I think he'll get drafted pretty early tomorrow. We'll get a lot of Nebraska players get their name called. Again, I expect Ty Robinson, Tommy Hill, Fedoni, Isaiah Nayor, and then Nash Hutmaker about the 7th round. So I expect 5 tomorrow for Nebraska. All right, guys, I will be at the spring game tomorrow, so watch out for that 4:30. Let me know your thoughts down below. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Go Big Red, go Rhule. See you in the next one.